Happy Friday, everybody. This is Eric, and welcome back into the card closet for another episode. I had a COMC order that a couple weeks ago I requested shipment for. I had kind of given up on COMC until I saw a card there. I actually saw it on eBay. It was a card I've been looking for, rare card, and it was a really good price on eBay. But the seller was listed as COMC, and I knew if I could go to the COMC site that I would actually get a better price. Because when you go to the COMC site, any of those buy it now cards that they have listed on eBay, you can get for a much better price if you're logged in as a member of COMC. So I bought the card on their site, and while I was there, I figured, hey, I've got to wait for shipping anyway. So I ended up pulling in about 85 cards or so into my order. And on September 20th, I requested it. And they've got a new automated system now on COMC that gives you the projected date when your order is expected to be shipped. And even better, it shows you how many cards are ahead of you in line to be shipped. And so they told me when I submitted my order on September 20th that there were just under 800,000 cards ahead of me in line. And they gave me an estimated shipping date of December 29. So that's 3 months and 9 days. So what I did, we do a lot of these Burndown charts at work. I graphed a nice even line. This would be the steady pace that they would have to do to ship cards that are ahead of me to get it down to 0 by December 29th. And then once there's 0 ahead of me, then mine gets shipped. And then I've been logging into the site every day and plotting how many cards are still ahead of me. And so as you can see, they're actually below the gradual projected pace that they have to maintain to get me my cards delivered by or shipped by December 29, but they're actually below. So they're a little ahead of pace. And interestingly enough, you can use a straight edge and take your starting point and your last plotted point, draw a line, and where it crosses the axis down here is the date at which pace they are running to actually get it shipped. And if you do that, it comes out to be like right in the November 20th range that they theoretically at this pace would be able to ship it. Well, about 2 days ago, they changed my shipping date from December 29 to November 3rd. So they're on pace to hit November 20, but now they're telling me November 3rd, which means they've got to burn off cards ahead of me at a much faster pace to meet that day. So it's kind of interesting. I'm doing it just out of curiosity as to how their system works. For the first 4 days or 5 days, it was a perfectly straight line. So COMC was packaging up the exact same number of cards every day for the first 4 or 5 days. And that got me thinking, is this number they're giving me for cards ahead of me in line, is it a real number, or is it just a computer-generated number that's put on the screen? Or they package a certain number of cards every day and then they stop for the day, and that's why it's the same every day. But then things started to get a little faster pace, slower pace, faster pace again, and it hasn't been consistent. So that's kind of something I wanted to show you. It's interesting. You can use these for a lot of different things. In software engineering, we use it a lot for work, like the pace we need to be at to get a certain amount of work done by a certain date. And then we can plot how much of it we've got done. And when you're up above the line, that means you're behind schedule. When you're below the line, you're ahead of schedule. So this is called a Burndown chart. If you would like me to send you, it's just a simple spreadsheet. I will send you the spreadsheet that's got all the data input columns and rows set up. You would just have to replace my numbers with your numbers. So shoot me an email if you would like me to send that to you. My email address is on my About page. So I'll try to keep this updated from time to time so you can kind of see the progress that COMC is making. But right now they are ahead of schedule, and they are behind schedule, though, for my new date that they've given me of November 3rd. So they also had an email come out from their president, and she said that they think that by the end of the year, they will have their shipping times down to 1 month, and which is great compared to where they have been. But still, who would have thought 2 years ago that we'd be happy and thrilled to have somebody we bought cards for ship it to us within a month? Oh, how times have changed. So as far as purchases, I've slowed down a little bit the last few weeks. Haven't got a lot in. Been across the board, all over the place. Let me kind of show you what I've been getting, though. I picked up some 1954 Red Sox photo packs, team-issued cards. And these are players that aren't in the 1954 Topps set, and they're not in the 1954 Bowman set. And I wanted them represented in my collection as Red Sox players, so I picked up Lou Boudreau, Frank Sullivan, Charlie Maxwell, Mickey Owen, Tom, can't read it, Farron maybe, Bill, I also can't read it, Truman Clevenger, Tom Brewer, and Joe Dobson. So yeah, surprisingly, there were that many players that weren't in the 1954 Red Sox card issues. They're common names. They're in a lot of the other issues from the 1950s for Topps and Bowman, but for some reason in 54 they weren't there. It's a smaller set that year, so that might explain it. So glad to pick those up. Also picked up 2009 Topps of Jimmy Fox. This is one of those variations, photo variations that are hard to come by. So it's from the Updates and Highlights set, number 281. I don't know right off the top of my head who the regular photo variation is, the regular photo for 281 is, but Jimmy Fox was the short printed photo variation. Fortunately, they use Scotch tape here, so I will free this from the tape, and I won't be able to reuse that now because of the tape. But yeah, I like these throwback variation cards. I love it that they come up with these photos that you've never seen before. Look at all the red on the back there. Jimmy Fox was definitely a stat sheet stuffer. And I picked up some more Jimmy Foxes in that COMC order that's coming too, which I'll show someday. Here's a 2011 Topps. This is their Diamond Anniversary parallel of David Ortiz. I think that's pretty cool. Also picked up a card from the 1916 Sporting News set that I did not have yet, and that's Sam Agnew. You can see that he's in a St. Louis jersey, but it's a Red Sox card. And this is the blank back. There are some that say Sporting News, some that say Wheel Baking, some that say Fleischmann Bakery, many different backs to that. And then finally, on the basketball front, this is a 2019-20 Panini Select Silver of LeBron James. The lighting in here isn't set up real well to get the refraction, I don't think. We can try to get a little bit there without glare. Kind of gives you a little bit of an idea. And this is the concourse level. So there's LeBron. And then also just kind of want to make a little announcement. In the near future, and I don't know if it's going to be the next video or in a video soon to come, I'm going to do a little video series that shows the top cards in my collection. Not by value, but by player, like the cards of players I have the most cards of. So the trading card database, if you take the time to enter your entire collection, which can take a long time, I'll give you that. But you can run stats on your collection, and one thing you can do is list out who are the players you have the most cards of in your collection. And so I've been running some of those stats and looking at them, and I'm going to do a little video series which shows the top 100 players in my collection by number of cards I have of that player. And in the trading card database, you should know that they differentiate between a card that's in your collection and a card that's in your trade list. So just because you have a card but you intend to trade it does not mean that it would be counted in your collection. Your collection is the cards you have that you intend to keep. So when you see these videos, I intend to have music going and not be talking in them. And you'll have to realize that these are the cards that I intend to keep. Some of these some of the players included have many more cards, but they're ones I want to trade, so they won't get included in the tally. But anyway, please look for that video series coming up shortly. And I hope you're having a great start to your weekend. Take care, everybody. Thanks again for joining me in the card closet. Talk to you later. Bye.